why did I put so much time into this just to like quit? Rather believe in God for the 100 years that he lived than to not believe in anything at all. Beautiful morning, beautiful morning. If you don't know God, you really just like accepting him. Like in that very moment you ask for him to come in your life, he's there. All right, welcome back to our video, guys. It is currently late at night. I'm getting ready for a late night gym session. But before we get into that, I want to share a little bit about me, just in case there's people that come across this video that doesn't know me. My name's Mo Friedel. I focus on gym content as well as motivational, cinematic, lo-fi vibes. It's really just a vibe, and I've been doing this for about 4 years. And the goal of this channel is really just to help people achieve their dreams, whether that's through social media, the gym, just their personal goals, and just to show them that it is possible. Now, I'm not successful and I'm nowhere near where I want to be in terms of like success on social media, but I think I've made enough progress to like be able to share my tips and tricks on how to grow. And so, yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'm a full-time 9-to-5 worker. I'm a husband. I'm a dad of 2 boys, and it's the best title I've ever had. And then I think it's cool to just be able to chase your dreams and one day just share and look back and say, you know what? I started this thing, I chased it, and it got hard, and I pursued through it, and it's made me successful. And I started it, and I think the one thing that keeps me going is that I hope when my kids grow up and they ask me, how I got into it, I think it'd be cool to just share everything. I think the one thing that actually motivates me too is like the fear of them asking me why I stopped, if I do stop, why did I put so much time into this just to like quit? And so that's a little about me. But yeah, I'm making my pre-workout right now. I got about, I don't know the exact measures, I got about 8 ounces of water right now, and I've been taking L-citrulline. This is one of the best pumps product you can get. It like 1,000 milligrams. It is probably like the best pump ingredient in a lot of pre-workouts. The reason why I take the capsules is because in pre-workouts they don't actually give you the full proportions that you actually need, and so I think just getting the ingredients actually helps you just get the most bang for your buck. And then next, I take L-tyrosine, which helps me with my cognitive focus. Really just helps me lock in. And I don't know if it's just placebo, but ever since I've been taking this, I've noticed like my contractions in my muscles, like my mind-muscle connection is just phenomenal. Like I can feel every muscle I'm trying to work, just like it works. I don't know how to explain it, but it might just be placebo, but it works for me. And then next is glycerol. Now, a lot of people overlook this ingredient. It's not in most pre-workouts. It's actually mostly sold separate in the big like pre-workout markets, but a lot of people overlook this. But this is probably, besides L-citrulline right here, is probably the best pump ingredient like to have. And ever since I started taking it, I've noticed like my muscles are so much fuller in the gym, and I'm not just saying this, I'm not sponsored by them, but legit, like my muscles are so much fuller, and it just changes a lot in the gym. You trust me, it's like $5. Try it. I don't know the science behind it, but it's enough to make me get it. So yeah, always be responsible when you take products. Like don't just like take something because someone else said it. Do your own research. I've done my research in glycerol. It's just like I can't really put into perspective that you would like understand if you don't go to the gym. It just really it hydrates your muscles, kind of like creatine, which I got right now. But anyways, I take a scoop of creatine, which helps with strength. Now, I typically usually take creatine after my workouts just because I think it works best, because I'll also be drinking water after my workout, not just drinking water during my workout, which is going to be used when I'm like moving around. So I take 1 scoop before my workout and then 1 scoop after, which helps saturate my muscles too, which helps with size, and it helps with water retention too. I know I'm cutting A lot of people like to neglect creatine when they're cutting just because it helps them hold on to water weight, but I also like being full. So, and then lastly, I have electrolytes, which just helps me stay hydrated and avoids muscle cramps. So yeah, I'm gonna be taking all this, and then yeah, I'll catch you guys at the gym. All right, so it's a late night session. It's currently a really bad blizzard outside. I risked my life getting here because I haven't hit chest in like 4 days. So I already took a lot of pre-workout, some L-citrulline, all that good stuff. So we're gonna hop right into our first exercise, which is gonna be some weird decline level dumbbell press. So let's get into it. All right, so we're on a cut right now, so we're not as strong. We're not at our peak strength, which is fine. We're still training like we're trying to build muscle, because remember, when you train like you're trying to build muscle, your brain wants to keep that muscle, right? A lot of people make the mistake by lifting lighter because they think since they're in a cut, they shouldn't be trying to focus on building strength or keeping strength. You know, it's one or the other. That's not true at all. You want your brain to think that it needs muscle. So you want to continue to lift pretty heavy because your strength is gonna go down. Like, you'll notice it. You obviously, like, as you get deep into your deficit, you won't be able to lift the same amount of weight that you used to when you were in a surplus. So naturally you're gonna like lower the weight, but when you first start your cut, you should be lifting relatively the same, and just don't switch anything up until you get deep into your cut where you notice, like, for sure, like it's obvious that you are losing strength. So let's get to our first working set. Let's go. Oh man. Now that was relatively easy for me, but you gotta remember, your muscles don't know weight, they know tension. So no matter how many times you use the same weight, as long as you are getting a burn or going till failure, that's all that matters, right? If you look at a lot of my like chest videos, I use 75s like in almost all of them. I don't go anywhere above 85s. Like, I could do the hundreds, but am I really actually activating the muscles? Am I actually really targeting one muscle, or am I just ego lifting and getting every other muscle that I'm not trying to work on involved? And so that's why you see me doing like 65s, 70s. It's not all about how much weight you can lift. Obviously you want to progress overload, which means add weight over time or add reps. A lot of people don't think about adding reps, they just think weight. You know, if you can get 12 to 15 reps with like heavy or moderate like weight, that's pretty good, right? As you saw, I think I did like 10 to 12 reps in there, so I'm probably gonna bump up, but that's the reason why you guys see me using lighter weight, is because it's not about the weight, it's about the tension, time under tension, and if you're actually getting a solid pump and a good workout, right? Oh man. Whew. Whew. You know what's crazy? I always think I'm moving the weight pretty fast, but then I looked at the playback on the video and I'm like I think I'm going like this, you know, working out, but then I play back the clips and it's just like, it's kind of depressing, bro. A lot of people when doing flies, they like to just go here, which is like fine, you're working your chest no matter what. I've learned a little trick that helps engage my chest more and feel the burn. Hold on, I'm gonna adjust this weight because I did a warm up set and it actually feels pretty light. But I learned this little tip, and if you bring your elbows, if you scoop your elbows like this and try to bring, like right here, that bone together with your other arm, it works your chest like no other, and it feels amazing. Like the stretch, the pull, everything, versus just coming here. Because if I go like this, yeah, I'm working my chest, but I feel that a lot in my front deltoids, whatever you say. But trying to bring my elbows, that's my whole chest working right here. It's basically a flex, right? The whole way through. And so just give it a go. I promise you, you'll look at it differently. But let's get to it. All right, lastly, just because I have to get going because it's really bad outside. My wife needs me home, and like, she says whenever, but you know, I just gotta get going because it's pretty bad outside. But anyways, we're gonna do push-up self-failure, and then I'll catch you guys at home. If you're at home right now and you can't get outside, do push-ups, bro. One of the best exercises for your chest and core. Oh yeah. All right, that's gonna be it for the video. One thing I do appreciate though is that I don't have to separate the audio clips with like the main video clips. Like if you don't know, for the last like couple of years, when I had like these type of mics, I had to go into my CapCut and literally plug in this mic and have the audio separate from the clips because I could never figure out how to like sync it with my clips without like manually doing it. Dude, it took me 4 or 5 years to figure out that my camera had an external like plug-in where I don't have to actually like manually sync the tracks with the clips. Now I can literally just plug a T, I think it's called TTR, something cord into my my receiver where the sound actually is like input, and I can just press record and the audio is already synced in. So what you guys hear, I don't have to like manually edit it. It's just, I appreciate it so much because it makes editing so much smoother and easier. But yeah, I took my magnesium glycinate. I highly recommend you guys give this a try. It really does help you guys sleep, or help you sleep. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this little workout night, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.